Hi, this is Nev, and you're listening to the Escape Pod cast. This show was recorded in front of a live studio audience. Do you think Scotty is calmer this week?
One is a territory war specialist from Australia. The other is a territory battle tactician from the U.S. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. But with over a combined 45 years of entertainment under their belt, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The CFH Network presents the Escape Pod cast, a weekly show about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Scotty McLaren and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's edition of the Escape Pod cast, relics have arrived, but are they what we thought they were? Scotty gives us his true thoughts on the state of the galaxy in his own words. We also find out about a bat that has been terrorizing him for the entire past week. And the Nev addresses the naysayers in this week's Escape Pod cast for kids. All this and breaking news as and if it happens right here on our 30th episode of the Escape Pod cast.
You're listening to the Escape Pod cast with Scotty McLaren and Paul Anthony.
Yes, and everybody, welcome to yet another week of the Escape Podcast, and it's episode 30. How cool is this? We've managed to get to episode 30. I never thought we'd get past episode 2, but anyway, here we are, and we are here.
So, some people would say the same thing about episode 16.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true, but we managed to get past that, mate, but here we are. But look, the big thing that's come to the game for this week is the Jawa Scavenger has arrived, and along with it is the relics, and having a look at how much it's actually going to cost you for playing this game. If you convert it from Australian currency over to the US, I've got no idea what that turns out to be. I think it's like $750, but from Australian currency, it's around about $1,200 you're looking at for all those packs that are in there at the moment. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Not going to happen. I am not paying for those. No way in the world.
All right, so let's go ahead. We're not going to do the whole milk thing and petrol and liters and all that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and give you the information here real quick.
Go on.
So I'm bringing up the store right now, and I have one pack is $100. The other two packs are $100. The other pack is $60. One pack is $60. The other is $35. But then you do also have signal data. You do also have the Gear 13 pack. You have a bunch of other Gear 12.5. And then, of course, you do have the clones still in there. 4 days to go on those clones, by the way, as of this recording. Yeah, so it's... If you bought every one pack that you can buy right now, yeah, you are looking at about $500-600.
Over 1,000 in Australia. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can just...
It absolutely is ridiculous. We talked about this before, Scotty. The packs themselves, they're pricing the people out of the game.
They are, mate.
They truly are.
They sure are.
So...
look, I just want to say something right now. I mean, like, have they got photos at Capital Games at the moment of Luke milking that thing in episode 8? Is that what's going on? They're milking whatever that creature is. Someone tell me in the comment section what the name of that creature is that Luke's milking. I mean, like, hello, I started this gangster stuff, I mean, like, if anyone that's a fan of Comic Artist Pro Secrets, you'll get what I mean by that. Anyway, look, that's just someone that's on YouTube that I tend to watch. Yeah, there you go. It's called a breast. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's milking the breast. Has CG got a photo of the, of the breast thing, up on their thing, and then, Luke's wiping the milk away. Is that what they're doing? They're milking the whales, Paul.
Yeah, it's the whales. I actually really want to find out what that thing is called. What does Luke milk in Last Jedi?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's see. It is green milk is produced by the female Thala siren.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a Thala siren.
Yeah.
And apparently that's what they think that the whales are.
Yeah.
They think that the whales are Thala sirens. Now, Scotty, I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to get this off my chest right away because people have been wondering, what does Paul think of it when we actually get the relics? I'm gonna say it like this. Go ahead. What you got, Scotty?
No, I was going to say, go on. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear what you think of this because you're always so positive when it comes to this game. I'm not at the moment. I'm pissed. So, Paul, tell me, what's your take on it, man? Like, try and convince me that this relic thing is a good idea. Come on, tell me.
Okay. Relics are a good idea, but the implementation has been done wrong. A, it is absolutely too soon for how powerful that they are. But, Scotty, we asked for this.
Did we?
We asked for our own punishment.
In what way? How?
The TB is too hard.
Oh.
Because people are complaining about the fact that the territory battle map is too hard and that they want their 33-star achievement now. They have a 33-star achievement, Daddy. I want one now.
No.
Because people have asked for this, we have done this to ourselves. And shame on those that want everything now. Because that is how it has come out with so quickly Gear 13 and then right on top of it, relics. Now, I am blaming the community for this, but I'm going to turn this car right back around. And I am not happy with the way that they put out these relics. The packs that we opened this show with talking about are an insult. They as Urza said, they are pricing people out of the game. And you know what? We're barely 10 minutes into this episode, and I am making a stand. Yesterday, I went and I put in $20. I put $20 into this game, Scotty.
Yep.
You know what I bought?
What? Relics.
I bought crystals. So I bought crystals so I could finish Gear 12ing Shakti.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And you know what, Scotty?
What's that?
I'm going to say this right now. I will never spend another crystal, another penny on gear.
Yep.
The way that they've put out Gear 13, the way that they've put out relics is a slap in the face to people who have been playing this game for over 3 years. Mm-hmm. Yes, we can take our stuff and we can create the stuff. I had 3,000 Cantina energy when I began, when relics dropped. I don't even have a gear, or I don't even have a tier 7 relic, and I've spent 3,000 Cantina energy. That is a slap in the face to people who try to play this game strategically. It is becoming more pay to win.
Yep.
And that, you know what? It was pay to advance quicker, but now it's becoming pay to win. And they need to right this ship. They need to turn it around to the fact where the people that have put in years, because it's a kick in the balls to all those who've put in all this time and are Nev talked about it just earlier today in the show that he released. He said relics are the death of dolphins. Whales can survive. But even then, whales are dying. The only thing surviving in this current climate is krakens. And you know what, Scotty? And I'm sorry for going off on a tangent and a rant and taking over the show for a moment.
Nah, it's fine.
But I am seeing krakens walk out the door.
Hey, Legends, it's Heinzie from
too much.
Yeah. Look, I agree with you, man.
What's that?
Sorry, mate. No. Look, I agree with you. And in fact, look, I wanted to throw over to to counter this from your point of view, because I'm absolutely livid about it. I don't think that it's great in relation to what's going on. But Heinzie from the ANZGC, he's actually now become a content creator, guys, and you can subscribe to him already at Heinzie ANZGC on YouTube. Take a listen to what Heinzie had to say about the relics, Paul. I wanted to get here's his counter argument. This is a good one.
Hey, Legends, it's Heinzie from the ANZGC community. This time last week, I was having a chat to Scotty McLaren and Paul Anthony on the Escape podcast, and we were discussing relics. Here's a little taste of what we were talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the relics, to be honest. I'm still apprehensive on how it's all going to play out and obviously what advantage it will give.
So now the relics have been released, I just want to give my take on the situation. Now, a lot of the free-to-play community are upset about the whole rollout with the relics, and they have every right to be. It is a whale's paradise out there at this moment. The free-to-play community, many of them are either talking about leaving or they have already decided to leave, which is a sad situation for this game to be in. CG, if you can hear me at all, we need new content, and if you can't give it to us, please just tell us what's coming so that we at least have some excitement in store, because at the moment, if you think a reskin light side Hoth TB is going to be enough to keep people playing this game that we all love, that we've invested years into playing, it is not going to be enough to keep people here. We love you, CG. Please don't get me wrong. This isn't an attack at you. It is how the community feels. And it's a really, really perilous situation unless there's more communication on what's coming soon.
There you go. So that's the latest from Heinzie, and you can go and watch the full video, and I highly recommend you guys do that over on his new YouTube channel, and like and subscribe to him as well. Paul, what do you think of what Heinzie's take is, man?
I mean, he's absolutely right. You know, we're not complaining. We're not complaining for the fact of complaining.
No.
Thank you for posting the thing in the room there. We're not complaining for the sake of complaining. We're complaining because we are a group of people that have been burned by this, and whether it's Capital Games or whether it's EA. I think the writing is on the wall of what happened no less than 3 months ago. The cause and effect of what we had to do and what you and I had to talk about is being shown right now. People, there were people in the industry that saw us as people and not pocketbooks. And whoever is seeing us as pocketbooks right now, that needs to stop.
Yep.
Because you're going to kill your game. You really, truly are going to kill your game.
Paul, the way that it stands for me right now, I'm sorry, man, I've got to jump in. The way it stands for me right now is that the game is dead. The game is dying. It's about to... no, bugger it. It's dead. It's gone. It's finished. Now that they've priced us all out of the game... Urza's been priced out of the game, and that guy does make a fair bit of coin when it comes to, his streams. But, yeah, it is what it is.
Just think of his Wampa Claw challenge tonight. It's going to be great. Wampa Paw challenge.
Yeah, but,
No,
but this is what I mean, though. I mean, we just continue to get priced out. We're priced out of the game. I can't compete with this anymore. I mean, and I'll be honest, I only earn $1,200 a fortnight. And if this game is trying to get me to pay $1,200 per week, God, no, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah. We've got Shifty, one of our good listeners. Shifty saying this is going to push me away from the game, and I love this game. I've dropped thousands of dollars into this game, and I'm considering quitting. Then we get one of our damn good friends, the big BCM, who says, not me. My OCD is not going to let me leave. I need to finish some of the teams I started. But BCM, I'm going to tell you this: you're honestly I'm in the same boat as far as wanting to finish these teams, to see it out. And I'm a territory battle player. So this whole gear, all of this gear crunch and all that, it doesn't hurt me as much because I like collecting the characters. But when it starts to be where you can only collect the characters when you have certain things, Malik was tough for me to say, screw this. It was hard for me not to throw my hands up and walk away. I was mad, and then I accepted it. I understood why Malik was done the way that he was done. But if an entire off the wall team is going to be needed to create to get the next epic confrontation or whatever it is, that is absolutely going to push me away.
Paul,
I want to play this game with my friends.
Paul, it's already pushing me away. I'm a territory war guy. I love the GAC. I love all those I love those game modes, right? I can't compete with people that are in the GAC and in territory wars anymore if they've got, tier 7 relics on all of their teams. And they're Krakens, and they've gone and spent all this money. I'd throw the mods into the whole mix as well, if they've got faster speed than me as well. I'm done. I'll be all the way back at number 2050 over in the arena. And, mate, I am not going to spend any money myself in this game. No, it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. I am done with this. I mean, it's just it's been a continuous milking of the whales since Revan came into the game. There's been some dolphin-y sort of stuff prior to that to try and get you into the, the Sith raid, which was fine. But now it's just milk, 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 milk. It's like Luke Skywalker's bloody stupid thing that he's got there and he's drinking his milk. It's like, come on. I'm not a soy boy by any means, but I mean, please. I'm actually getting very, 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 I'm getting forced out. I'm getting forced out, Paul. That's how I feel. My content in the game I love is Territory War and GAC. I cannot compete in those now with Gear 13 and relics that have come back to back. I cannot compete with that.
All right, Scotty. All right. For right now, I'm going to let you take a breather right now. I think right now is a good time. Let's throw it to a break. We'll revisit that and my thoughts on how we're going to lose the territory war in Grand Arena Championship players because of this. Right on the other side of this break, you're listening.
Hey
to
everyone!
Cast. Scotty and Paul.
Hey everyone! It is the heartthrob of the Outer Rim, your boy Urs, and you are listening to the Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Scotty McLaren. Boys, I think I speak for all of us when I say you are hot, you are red hot.
Machias Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Machias will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Machias has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans, and more. Contact Machias today on Discord at all lowercase Machias number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or at machiasmods@gmail.com. Machias Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Pod Cast.
Hey there, Escape Podawans. Everyone's favorite llama here to remind you that the Escape Pod Cast is on social media. That's right, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. So give us a like, give us a follow, and stay up to date on all things in-game and in the Escape Pod. Our account links are down in the description or on our Discord server in the Show Links channel. See you on the net.
Hey everyone, Biscuit Weasel here from the planet Coruscant and the HSTR project. Some of you may have seen my latest videos about my modding and Grand Arena strategy, but I want to help you personally. Head on over to patreon.com/biscuitweasel, that's Weasel with a Z, and check out my new Patreon rewards. And while they last, the first 10 people to sign up at the $10 level will get the whole $30 package for their first month. That's patreon.com/biscuitweasel. Remember, that's with a Z. Today.
The Escape Pod cast with Scotty McLaren and Paul Anthony.
And welcome back to the Escape Podcast. Sorry about that before we went into the break. I'm just getting a little bit too frustrated right now and showing just how annoyed I am with the game at the moment. But Paul, what's your take on it, man? Like, this is your chance to really fire up, brother, because, like, you know, for me, I feel as if the TW players and not only the TW players, man, but also the guys that love the GAC, like myself, I feel as if, mate, they've already gone.
So, yeah, I mean, it's absolutely happening. For our TW people that love the game. So, I'm actually going to reference something that happened this past week. We have a group of we have our recruiting server, right, Scotty?
Yep.
So, you know, we're looking for some people to fill spots because people are getting burned out of the game. We're seeing people drop because of all this. And we found a great group of 5 officers from, and I got to say this slowly so I don't end up saying something I can't say, from the guild Force Kins. So... yeah. So we have a great group of people there that they're seeing people drop off. And it's beginning to be a huge burnout to the point where people are stepping back and they're not wanting to run and ask people to gear up and spend money on Gear 13, to spend money on relics. They're killing the middle guilds that have been here since the beginning.
Yep.
And I mean,
my thoughts are actually with my original guild, man, and that's Korriban. You know, like, these guys are, you know, definitely a mid-guild, and, you know, my thoughts are with them. You know, like, when I saw these relics come out and I had a look at what's going on with these relics, I thought to myself, man, these guys in Korriban, they're all free to play and they're casual. This is going to hurt them. This is going to really, really, really hurt them. And I'm not singling out any players inside of Korriban, and you know how much I love yous all. But, you know, in saying that, I just felt that. I've looked around in even our own guild, Paul, at some of our own guys, you know, that are in our own guild. And shout out to Tenpool as well. Happy birthday, brother. I hope you're well. You know, like, I've had a look inside our own guild, man, and I've even looked at some of their accounts, and I've thought to myself, you know what? Some of these guys probably are going to be gone before the week or two is out. You know, there's a number of people that are actually thinking about, you know, that they love the competitive aspect of this game. But having said that, they don't like what it's come to. And that is the whole thing, you know, of this whole money pay to win scenario that they're forcing us into. You know what I mean? And yet, look, I know that you guys in Korriban are doing quite well, Magenta. You know, I know that, and I appreciate you coming out today. But, you know, I just feel for you guys. I mean, like, you know, when you guys start getting a little bit stronger, and then you start facing all these guys that have got, you know, tier 7 relics and things like that on you, I shudder to think what's going to happen inside of that guild. I mean, you guys are all lovely people and you've stuck together through thick and thin for the last 4 years. I shudder to think what's going to happen. I mean, the Sarlacc's currently over there in Korriban as well. Yeah, I know you'll all make it. You've made it through so much, guys, and, you know, I feel for you. You know, I really do. But, you know, I'm just worried about what's going to happen to those guys. What's going to happen to those lower end guilds, you know? Paul, I'll hand back to you and I'll
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Bodhi posted a screenshot of what's going on with this. You know, somebody asked in the Q&A, why release Relics so closely after the release of Gear 13? And they answered pretty much in a 3-part answer. A, the Relic system's timing isn't so much related to its proximity of Gear 13 as its proximity to what we plan to do next, which is about putting more focus on what it takes to get from a new player to a veteran player. So, I mean, that with what's happened is absolutely a kick in the balls for this reason. Gear 13 is what you need to unlock relics. And as Nev said in his thing, they shouldn't put relics at Gear 13. They should have started it at 12.
Yep.
So you have the choice between going Gear 13 or going for relics. I mean, it'd be great to do. Oh, it's gold now? Okay, cool. And if you have both relics and you have Gear 13, then you get the glowy picture. Until then, you get the fire. And I'm fine with that. I would truly have been fine with that. Then they say, you know, this is where they try to be apologetic to my clan, if you will. And I'm not saying clan as in Yevon 4. I'm saying the people who love PvE more. We've got PvE content coming that will leverage the power and specialization provided by relics and the new growth paths provided by character archetypes. Okay, which means that they're going to put out things for PvP people. The only thing that PvE is going to do is be another platoon fodder character for when they release or they update the character tables. Because remember, the character tables are not finalized for Dark Side GOTB if there is a Dark Side character that comes along. So we will see these epic confrontation characters of recent variety. They won't be apologetic like they were when Revan accidentally ended up in Hoth. So, you know what? It's a kick in the pants here. Now, we want to produce power increments in the game more sustainably and meaningfully than the way we've tackled gear over the past few years. Past few years is the life of the game.
Yeah.
This is complicated to get into within the span of one Q&A, but suffice it to say, okay, you know what? If it's difficult to get into within the span of one Q&A, CG, you know you have an open invitation to come on this show. Explain it.
Yep.
Because I want to be inspired. I want to be the voice of positivity, but it is damn hard to do right now. Because I don't want to spend a single cent for this gear, mods 2.1 or mods 3.0, as I'm saying. And, you know, Magnum and Zed basically said the same thing. They're okay that they're no longer competitive. I'm fine with not being competitive myself. I'm absolutely okay with not being competitive in arena and grand arena and champions and ships and things like that. I just want to play this game and have fun doing it. As I said, with the lack of modes to where we don't always have something to do when we log in because there's only a set amount of energy that you can do something. There's no sandbox mode, which we've been asking for and rightly deserve. But I want, you know, as I said, Dagger said it right. We want to play with our toys. I want to play with my toys. I want to play with my new, by the way, I'm ahead of you right now, Zed. I got to tier 5 with my General Grievous relic.
I haven't even put a relic on any character.
But at the same time, you know, I did relics because I wanted to have one that's ultra powerful. I'm fine with telling everybody that I went with General Grievous. Now, with that being said, you know, I want to be able to play this game when I want to play the game. And group modes like territory battles, having my group correctly work together, that's fine too. But a single player element where I don't have to rely on someone else would be phenomenal.
Paul, my point of view on this is that it's just going too far. It's just gone too far. The whole thing is just, look, congratulations to you. If you've gone and whaled out and you've managed to go and get yourself your relic and you've got them up to tier 7 and, you know, you want to do the relics and you want to do all that, you can. But you know what? From my point of view, I'm done. I can't keep doing this. I cannot keep doing this. You know, how can I justify this to my wife?
You're scaring me, Scotty.
I don't know how I can justify this to my wife.
You're scaring me right now.
I don't know how I can justify spending money on this game anymore to my wife. So I am not going to spend anything. I just refuse to. I refuse to. I really do.
And I'm fine with you not spending anything. I just want you to enjoy the game.
I can't enjoy the game. I can't enjoy the game. Galaxy, look, for me, Territory Wars and the GAC are my two things. I love those two game modes, Paul. How can I enjoy the game when I'm coming up against, you know, Krakens? I can't enjoy the game. I cannot enjoy it.
Well, hopefully we don't see Krakens. But sadly, that's the world that we're living in.
Dude, when you got a 5 million account...
a guild will go get them...
When you got
and apparently...
You know, 5 million account, you're going to see the Krakens. It's going to happen.
It is. It is, Scotty. You are going to see these Krakens. That's absolutely true. But it's... I'm starting to run into them right now at 4.6.
Yeah. It's doing my head in. I cannot handle this anymore. I am so sick of this. Paul, I need to calm down. I'll be a bit like Taylor Swift and need to calm down. Give me a second, man. We're going to come to the Nev in just a moment. Stick around.
This is Cubs fan Han, and you're listening to the Escape Podcast.
Hey guys, it's the Nev here. If you want to hear more content from me, please come over to my channel. It's Nev. Simple as that. But if you're looking for me and you need to type something in the search, best put in my full name. It's Neil Andrew Eyre. You can also follow me on Twitter at PomPomtastic1, and you can find me on Discord, Nev, #9515. Hope to hear from you soon. Come on over, give me a like and a subscribe.
1, 2, 3.
Llama, what are you doing?
Well, Zed, I'm trying to count all the perks that Scotty and Paul give their Patreon supporters, but I don't think I have enough fingers.
Patreon supporters can get tons of rewards, and plans just start at $2 a month.
7. Wait, what comes after 7?
Visit patreon.com/The Escape Pod to sign up.
The Escape Pod. Cast. Guild Classifieds.
If you like pina coladas, being caught in the rain, how about you go and get me some champagne and join the Dark Lords of Pie. They pride themselves on being the most relaxed top 25 guild in the community. They only have one hard requirement, and that is sipping on pina coladas. Or getting in your 600 tickets, but don't let that fool you. They dominate territory battles and decimate their territory war opponents without the raised blood pressure and yelling officers! If you want to help push rewards in the new Geo Dark Side territory battle, the Dark Lords of Pie is for you. They just want you to be at 4.5 plus million GP. Have 600 coins a day in your collection. I'm sure you can do that. Full participation in territory battle and territory war focused players. If this sounds good to you, drop by the Discord and say g'day. Simply search for swgoh.gg/G39390/Dark Lords of Pie, or head to our Discord channel to find out more. The Dark Lords of Pie. They don't just eat pie, they drink pina coladas as well.
Hi, I'm Timothy Zahn, author of Thrawn, and you're listening to The Escape Pod
bothered as much about the introduction of relics into the game, there is a vocal section of the community that is bothered, within reason, about relics being rolled into the game so soon after the gear increase. While I concur with them that this is a legitimate grievance, I don't believe it to be as detrimental to the game as some naysayers and doomsday merchants would have you believe. Is it detrimental to the player base? Well, yes and no. It is detrimental to a lot of free-to-play and low-end pay-to-win veterans concerned that they're going to be priced out of the game and lose their competitive edge to the big whales and krakens. But to the wider community and those low-end gamers who play for fun, it really isn't as detrimental as some say, and it definitely isn't the death of the game or its requiem as those who say the game is dying. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is going to gain a lot of new players in November and December, and probably quite a few in January and February of next year too, if the game is marketed correctly, of course. This is due to new TV and movie content being put out by Disney before the year's end. The Mandalorian in November and Episode 9 in December will introduce new characters for the game, and new interest, not to mention the Clone Wars coming in February. This is the likely reason why CG is trying to cram all this new stuff into the game, and the reason why I think it will extend the game's lifespan as opposed to shorten it, as some have subjectively stipulated. Someone new coming into the game does not and will not compete with someone who has been playing the game for over 3 years. Well, not unless they are a very special boy or girl with access to unlimited resources. New free-to-play will compete with new free-to-play, and new pay-to-win will compete with other new pay-to-win. I mean, has everybody forgotten where this game started? A level 70 cap, no guilds or raids, no ships, no mods, very little to do, and next to no events at all. And yet a thriving community grew from that and grew stronger and better each year, spawning countless websites and YouTube videos. This game isn't dying. Sure, it's getting harder and frustrating for us veteran players and definitely more expensive. But to new players, the game offers a plethora of choice with a cornucopia of things to do now. That's not to say EA are not the mother of all evils looking to extract all the hard-earned cash from your parents' wallets and bank accounts, boys and girls. They are, and will continue to do that. But CG has produced a game that in its current state, and by the end of the year, will potentially hook new players into the game for years to come, as it creates an environment that will make those new players stick around while they try to achieve what veteran players have now. That's my opinion, boys and girls, and I'm sticking to it. So I bid you adieu for now, and I end by saying, thanks for joining me for Storytime with the Nev on the Escape Pod. Cast for Kids.
Hi, this is Cyphermaster SB Crumb, and you're listening to the Escape Pod. Cast.
Micaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Micaeus will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Micaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans and more. Contact Micaeus today on Discord at all lowercase Micaeus number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or at micaeusmods@gmail.com. Micaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
Hey everyone, Biscuit Weasel here from the planet Coruscant and the HSTR project. Some of you may have seen my latest videos about my modding and Grand Arena strategy, but I want to help you personally. Head on over to patreon.com/biscuitweasel, that's Weasel with a Z, and check out my new Patreon rewards. And while they last, the first 10 people to sign up at the $10 level will get the whole $30 package for their first month. That's patreon.com/biscuitweasel. Remember, that's with a Z. Today.
The Escape Pod cast with Scotty McLaren and Paul Anthony.
Yeah, and welcome back to the Escape Podcast. We're up to segment 3. And Paul, I'm done with talking about relics, man. I'm sick of them. I am sick to death about talking about them. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Then let's I'm going to say this last piece, and then I want you to tell our listeners about what you've had to deal with this past week.
Yeah, man.
As far as these whole relics go, they should have been implemented later. The stuff that they're bringing out doesn't need to be as hard as they're going to make it. This geo territory battle did not need to be this difficult. So they need to pull the reins back for people to enjoy the game, to want to spend money. And as I said, I am not going to spend another red cent on getting crystals for gear, because I'm tired of having to feel like I need to do PvP in order to do PvE. If you want my money, bring something that's for a PvE person that doesn't need to go hard on PvP for it. All right? That's what I've said. Now, Scotty, you've been dealing with a bat?
Yeah, I've actually, but before I go on, relics, it's pissed me off. I'm sorry, but it has. But anyway, moving on. A bat has been pissing me off this week as well. And I'm getting a bit pissy in here, Paul. But anyway, look, I've got this bat that's been hanging out at my house. And
hang on. Scotty, is the name of the bat Relic?
No, the name of the bat is actually called Muttley because it laughs at me. And what it's doing is it's actually dropping its guano all over my car. And my car has turned into ground zero because of this bat that continues to drop all of its droppings all over my car. So I decided to take matters into my own hands this week. And, here's what played out. Let's take a listen. All right, so here we are. It's currently 9:45, and I've got some oranges here in my hand. Now, what we're going to do with these oranges is I'm going to piff them into the tree, right? Not at the bat, but piff them into the tree. Make as much noise as I possibly can as some form of a projectile is going through the tree. And let's see if that shakes the bat up a little bit to think, ooh, I don't really want to be here. This isn't probably the best place to be. So let's go. Bam! Yes! Go away, bat. And don't you dare come back. Let's hope that this works. I've been told from a friend of mine in Queensland, he tells me that if I do this 3 times tonight, it should get rid of the bat. Let's hope so. Let's just hope so. Alright, it's currently 11:30, and he's back. He's back. Muttley the bat is back. Alright, so let's try these projectiles again. Yes! Go back over the other side of the bridge, mate. Off you go. Go back over. You're not supposed to be over this side of town anyway. Go on. Get. Alright, so let's see if he comes back again a bit later. Now, I can tell you that I lost my battle with the bat this week, and the bat has continued to win. And if you have a look in the listener lounge, you'll actually see a photo of my car and all the guano that it's specifically laid all over my car. Look at it. It's crazy. Damn bat. So, yeah, I give up. I give up on the car. I give up on the bat. Now, look, a lot of people are going to say, oh, why don't you just move your car? Well, here's the thing. I've moved my car and I've put it over the other side of the house, well and truly away from this bat, and the bat still has managed to find a way to, get his guano all over my car. So here's the thing. No matter what I try, everything I've tried, it's gone and done its guano all over my car. Have a look at it. It's just everywhere. And it's like projectiles. It's like, it is seriously precision projectiles. If you have a look at my car, it's like all the way up and then the next night and then and so, you know, I've had I've actually had a bit of a problem with this bat, and there's no matter what I try and do, mate, I just can't get rid of it. So the oranges came out, and that was the end of that. You know, it didn't work. The oranges did not work. Nothing worked. I tried so many different things, and you know, yeah. Look, okay, I care. Look, I care about my car. I care about my car, Goobertine. I do. I really do care about my car. And, you know, that's the way it is, man. I was just a little bit upset about this whole thing. And, anyway, whatever. What can you do? It's a bloody nuisance. And, this thing, you know, might be spreading its pollen, but the only thing it's doing is spreading its pollen all over my car. So if you know anyone that wants to remove a bat, please come on down to Australia, and you can see me in Tamworth, and I'll certainly help you out. With this bat. If you want to nurture it and look after it, you can have it. I'm sick of the damn thing. Muttley the bat having a bit of a laugh at me already. It is a flying fox, Caden. Yes, it is a flying fox.
So Scotty, is it driving you bat guano crazy?
Mate, it's driving me bat guano crazy indeed. And, you know, I have called him Muttley, and here he is. I've actually brought him into the studio with me today. There he is. He's laughing at me right now, Paul. He's laughing at me right now. And I have called Batman. I've put my bat signal into the sky. Nothing's working. So, there's nothing much I can do. I got told by the guys earlier this week about the guys that look after these bats. They actually said to me, look, Scotty, all you're going to have to do, man, is you're just going to have to put a sheet up over your car. And it's like, oh, well, isn't that lovely? So it's going to be guano all over my sheet, and that's going to give me the guano sheets. So,
oh my god! Exactly. You know, Bodie, you're that is an exact picture of the. I loved Dick Dastardly and Muttley. I mean, they were the best in wacky races, man.
Yeah.
But this. Dare I start talking about Galaxy Heroes again? But this bat has literally become the Sith bomber.
Oh, mate, it is the Sith bomber, and you can just change a couple of words around in Sith, and you know exactly what it's given me. So, you know, it has. But you know, look, I digress. I'm doing my best to try and get rid of it, and everything I can do to get rid of this bat, I will be doing. So this is my whole thing. But anyway, that's what's going on in my life at the moment. You know. That's where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. That was a little bit of content that I did this week on my radio show as well, guys, on 92.9 here in Tamworth. So big shout out to those guys for letting me do the show.
You had also spent 24 hours at one of America's most iconic brands, I hear.
Yeah. Well, they've just gone 24 hours. They were 24 hours years ago, but then they decided not to do it anymore when they got owners, and then all of a sudden they went back to 24 hours. So to celebrate that, our entire team decided to do 24-hour broadcast at McDonald's here in Tamworth, and had a little bit of fun to celebrate that. So we just decided to do it.
I saw Cora playing Monopoly with listeners. I saw you passing out.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, look, so they've got the Monopoly game here in Australia. I don't know if you guys do this in America, but it's basically you peel off your drink cups or your chips or things like that. You peel off the Monopoly playing pieces off your cups and stuff like that, and you could win prizes if you match them all together. So that was the whole idea, because they're playing Macca's Monopoly at the moment, or McDonald's Monopoly, sorry. I'm using my Australian lingo here. Macca's is what we call McDonald's. So they were using the... Yeah.
I will forever call them Mackers now, just so you know.
No, thanks, brother. Thank you. And so Macca's Monopoly is what they do. And in fact, if you don't believe me, it's called Macca's Monopoly. Well, I'll try and find something for you guys to play that to you so that you guys can hear it. And I'm sure that Macca's would love to hear that. But so anyway, so so that's what it is.
We did have McDonald's Monopoly. And there was a guy in the U.S. who was in charge. I read an entire article about this. There was a guy who was entrusted with the actual winning game pieces, because the printing, the people that did all the printing, they printed multiples of the ones that everybody has. Everybody's got Park Place, everybody's got Baltic Avenue, everybody's got St. James Place. But there was a guy who was supposed to go in, and everybody cleared the room, and he would slip in the winning pieces somewhere in the production line. And he actually ended up finding some way to switch it. I mean, Mission Impossible style stuff, Scotty.
Yeah.
And he went out and he sold the winning pieces, he sold the boardwalks. He sold all of those to people for a portion of the winnings. So there was a huge McDonald's lawsuit in the U.S. They had to give away free stuff at all sorts of different McDonald's to make up for it. But look this up. It is a true story that happened in the U.S. I hope Macca's Monopoly doesn't suffer the same fate.
Well, look, they've been doing this here in Australia every single year, probably about 2 or 3 times a year. It's one of their biggest promotions that they've got. And in fact, I've actually found the commercial. Here you go. Take a listen to this. This is Macca's here in Australia. It's this dude, he's playing the drums. And he's chasing these guys around town. Here it is. And they're looking at it. She's just won. And then the Monopoly man's in the back of the car.
The Monopoly game is here. Get that peeling feeling with thousands of Flight Centre prizes, BP gift cards, and millions more prizes. Peel in store and more.
There you go. So that's the Macca's ad in Australia that I thought I'd play for you guys so that you guys could hear it. So, yeah, there you go. Peel and win. That's the way they did it. So, maybe you might be able to see that in America. Who knows? But you can't escape Macca's. Anyway, I digress. So, yeah. No, I'm not drunk, Zed. I should be. I wish I was. Maybe I need to be hanging out with Urza, who is here with us as well, man. Hey, cheers to you, brother. It's good to see you here, man. It's really good to see you here. Thanks for coming out, bro. Thanks for coming out. All right, Paul. Look, I guess we need to get back to Galaxy of Heroes at some point. So, mate, what have you got for me now? Because I haven't really been touching this game. Go for it, man. Because I'm pissed about the relics. Go for it, bro. This is over to you. Come on, mate.
Right now, Scotty, are you there?
Yes, mate. I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool. You had brought me down when you were playing the thing.
Yeah.
So a really fun fact that, Trivia Night has afforded me. Do you know who originally created the McDonald's jingle?
No. Was it you?
What artist originally recorded the McDonald's jingle?
I'm going to say it was Urzatron.
No, Justin Timberlake. But very close. I get them confused every so often.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? That's okay. We're getting way off topic. Let's go ahead. I know you don't want to talk about relics, Scotty, but it is the big thing. As I said earlier, I ended up. And by the way, if you guys want to start throwing some questions in there, we're going to be going to the bridge, right, Scotty?
Yeah.
We're going to go to the bridge soon. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them in. We'll have Zed gather them up, and we'll answer them coming up in the next segment, the bridge. But as I said earlier, it took me I spent my over 2,000 Cantina energy, and it all went out the window. So I'm not happy either, buddy. I understand. I saved up that 2,000 Cantina energy, not spending a single Cantina energy that I didn't have to. And I'm happy there's something now for me to farm in Cantina, but I think that I spent something that is going to be needed later.
Paul, I'm really... Yeah. I don't want to talk about relics, man. I really don't. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them.
We're doing a show about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah, well, Paul, follow me, mate, because seriously, we're going to be right back straight after this, right here on the Escape Pod cast. Stick around.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and you are listening to the Escape Pod cast.
Macias Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Macias will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Macias has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans, and more. Contact Macias today on Discord at all lowercase Macias number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or at maciasmods@gmail.com. Macias Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Pod cast.
Hey there, Escape Podawans. Everyone's favorite llama here to remind you that the Escape Pod cast is on social media. That's right, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. So give us a like, give us a follow, and stay up to date on all things in-game and in the Escape Pod. Our account links are down in the description or on our Discord server in the Show Links channel. See you on the net.
Hey guys, it's the Nev here. If you want to hear more content from me, please come over to my channel. It's Nev. Simple as that. But if you're looking for me and you need to type something in the search, best put in my full name. It's Neil Andrew Eyre. You can also follow me on Twitter at PomPomtastic1, and you can find me on Discord, Nev, #9515. Hope to hear from you soon. Come on over, give me a like and a subscribe.
1, 2, 3.
Llama, what are you doing?
Well, Zed, I'm trying to count all the perks that Scotty and Paul give their Patreon supporters, but I don't think I have enough fingers.
Patreon supporters can get tons of rewards, and plans just start at $2 a month.
7. Wait, what comes after 7?
Visit patreon.com/theescapepod to sign up.
And now time for something completely shameless.
This is your favorite YouTuber's favorite Greek-American Swuggo YouTuber from the greater New York City area, whose name has 8 letters, beginning with an H and ending with an X. Wanna guess who, TC14? Come on, guess.
Horse box.
Try again.
Homeo box.
Seriously?
Horsepex.
You know what? Just forget it. I was trying to get you to say Hellenix, you dumb droid. Anyway, welcome back to the Escape Pod cast with your hosts, Paul Anthony and Scotty McLaren. Take it away, boys. I have a droid to disassemble.
Oh,
The Escape Pod cast, the airlock.
Wait, what? Airlock? Scotty, you said we were going to the bridge. The last segment of the show is the bridge. What the hell are we doing here?
Well, welcome back to the Escape Pod cast. And yes, Paul, I'm actually heading to the airlock.
No, so... Okay, you're heading to the airlock. What? Okay, explain yourself. Explain yourself, Scotty. What's going on here?
Mate, I've decided, Paul, it's time for me to quit the game, man. I'm getting myself inside this escape pod right here, and I'm going to be jettisoning myself out of here because, look, you know, the time has come for me to say goodbye to the game. It's just become way too pay to win for me. I can't handle the game any longer. It's time for me to go. So, you know what? I'm actually going right now. I cannot handle this situation any longer. I'm gone. I'm done.
Well,
I'm done.
No, wait. Now, hang on. If you are going to launch yourself out of an escape pod right now, What you need to do, though, and I think you do understand that you owe it to them. We have fans that have listened to us for 30 episodes.
Yep.
I think, I think that there is something that you need to say to them, and I know that you mean this.
I do. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that's been a part of this show, and that goes to all the listeners. Look, I love every single one of you guys. I really do. You know, all of our Patreons, big thank you to all you guys. A big thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping Paul and his beautiful wife, Christy, get themselves out of the situation that they found themselves in. And let's beat cancer, hey? Let's give that the arse. That would be absolutely sensational. Big thank you to all of the listeners, all of our contributors that have been a part of this show, from the likes of McMull to the guys, of course, over DB Officials, another one, Mandalores, another one, you know, the Xylo Takedown, Deadpool Kyle. You know, the list just continues to go on of all these people that we've had on this show. CG Carrie, I'd like to thank her as well, that used to be a part of Capital Games too. You know, I'd like to thank...
I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there, Scotty. You know, you're thanking CG Carrie. You know, I was rummaging around just the other day, and I found something that Carrie left behind when she left CG that she wanted me to give to you, you know, at a certain time, and I'm going to play it back right here.
Hey, Scotty, it's your friend Carrie. Thank you so much for everything you've done for Swogo, and especially championing territory wars. That's pretty near and dear to my heart. You are an incredible, generous, and wonderful human being, and I feel grateful to have gotten to know you. If you happen to find yourself in space anytime in the near future, I've been out here for a bit, and the temperature is just fine. Keep in touch, and I wish you the best of luck always. You'll be deeply, deeply missed. May the Force be with you.
Oh, that's beautiful, Paul. That's absolutely beautiful. Well, a big thank you to CG Carrie. I really appreciate that. You know, that's lovely. And guys, there's one thing I do want to say too. I also want to say a big thank you to someone that's done a lot for us in this podcast, and someone that I work with. She's my little sister. She goes by the name of Cora on Urza's channel, but she's her real name is Jess Renalia. Jess, thank you so much for being a part of the Escape podcast.
You are most welcome, and I know you've had lots of fans over the course of this year, and it's been amazing to be a part of, I don't know, something as cool as this, as a character such as Cora. I will forever be your Cora, Scotty. So thank you so much for for having me as a part of this podcast.
Oh, look, Jess, we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, mate.
No worries, big boy.
Much love. You know, I'd like to say a big thank you to Urzatron, you know, who's been with us from the very beginning. Cubs fan Han, thank you to him as well. And, you know, last but not least, there's two others. Well, there's a few others. You know, everyone in the ANZGC have been fantastic. Big thank you to you. Big thank you to the guys in Korriban for taking a punt on me in the very first place when I first started playing this game. Thank you to the guys, of course, in Yavin 4, where I find myself today. And I'm leaving you guys too. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. I've decided to go. But last but not least, there's two very special people in my heart that I need to thank, you know, before I fire myself out of this escape pod. First things first is the Nev. I'd like to say a big thank you to him. The friendship that I've formed with him, my great British friend, is just unbelievable, and he's someone that I'll never ever forget. If you haven't gone and liked and subscribed to the Nev, make sure you guys do, because he is an absolute legend, a real champion of the game too. So big thank you to him. And last of all, Paul, my brother. Mate, you and I have been as thick as thieves for quite some time, for well over 30 weeks, when we conceived this idea of the Escape podcast, and how we came up with the idea of, you know, just the two of us in a Patreon chat with Cubs fan Han, Cubs saying the two of us need to get together, and we did it, and that's what we did. We decided to put together this entire show. Mate, you know, you reached out to me, you told me what was going on inside your life, and, you know, hence why we formed the Escape podcast, so that you could escape from all the drama within your life. Mate, I know that things are, you know, Christy's in remission right now, so that's great news. But mate, it's time for me to step away from the game. It is.
Well, I really do appreciate that, those words, Scotty. You know, you called me brother, and I will tell you right now, you truly are my brother from down under.
You're my brother from Texas, bro.
Yeah, I love you, buddy, and I honestly am so very much appreciative of your support of me, your support of this show since we started it. I couldn't ask for a better co-host, and I just want to make sure that everybody understands that Scotty does know how much I love him.
Yeah, and likewise, man. Likewise, brother. But look, I'm heading out now, and I will not be leaving you for good. And I'm getting myself ready. I'm ready to go.
Scotty, wait. You Scotty, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What?
You're breaking up, Scotty, but there's no pod inside that airlock.
I know you don't want me to go, Paul, but I have to. This pod's going to take me to safety.
Scotty, there's no pod inside that airlock. Do not push the button. I repeat, do not push the button.
Don't mind if I do!
Scotty! Oh, God! What the hell just happened?
Dude, what the bloody hell just happened?
Scott, I think Scotty just pulled a Rian Johnson Leia.
Seriously, what?
You heard me.
What the hell do we do now?
I don't know. We still have the ship, but Scotty.
Dude, are you okay?
Not really, but oh God, the show must go on.
Well, like seriously, where do we go from here?
I'm not sure. Jesus, I need a co-pilot.
Well, I mean, come on, buddy. If it's a co-pilot you need, First Officer Neil Air reporting for duty, sir.
Well, you do have a fun accent, and you do like cricket, too. I suppose you could replace Scotty, but nobody... I mean, it's not going to be the same without him.
Look. I don't want to replace Scotty. I mean, come on. Nobody could replace Scotty. But you said it yourself. You need a co-pilot.
You're right. Well, Nev, now Neil Air, I guess we'll venture on this quest together. You've been here since the beginning, and I can't think of anybody better to pilot the ship alongside me but you.
Right. So where do we go from here, then?
I don't know. But I do know that we're not going to let the listeners down. And I guess the only thing to do is move forward.
Well, Paul.
Yes?
Push the button.
I wish it wasn't this way. But in honor of our old friend Scotty, don't mind if I do.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gonna be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
6! What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Hey, Paul, do you think Scotty is happy?
Well, I mean, Neil, if we've ever learned anything from Star Wars, no one's ever really gone.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.